Character, the moral and mental qualities distinctive to an individual. True character is on display when one is given an opportunity to react to a given situation. How will you react? Welcome back to the XbyX podcast series. I'm your host, Bradley, and we have a very special guest today. I'm excited to bring her on. She has many talents. You know, she's a fitness influencer, sponsored athlete, many talents. I'd like to welcome Vanessa, aka Honey Opal, to the podcast.
Hi guys. Yeah, my name's Vanessa. I go by Honey Opal on Instagram. I don't know why everyone asks me that question, and there's literally no reason behind it. But yeah, I'm excited to be on the podcast today.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Vanessa. We appreciate your time. So let's hop right into it. People know you for kind of your lifestyle and your fitness stuff. So when did fitness actually become a part of your life?
I feel like I've been active or like in fitness most of my life. So I started doing gymnastics around like the age of like 5 or 6, kind of like self-taught. And then I did competitive gymnastics a little bit later. So around like 12, 13, I competed for around 2 to 3 years. And then I kind of had a break from like being active.
Right.
So around like high school age, kind of dropped everything. I'm honestly like, I suck at sports, like every single sport I'm not good at. So I only like really picked up fitness again once I got like towards the end of high school, university. That's when I started going to the gym. So it was almost like I started with like handstands to try and bring that gymnastics background back. And then it slowly built into more of like a gym-based love for fitness.
Right. Oh, that's awesome. Gymnastics is definitely something that I think teaches a lot of discipline.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Olympics, and those are always some of my favorite things to watch.
Yeah, I think that gymnastics is literally the only thing I watch when the Olympics on. I'm like, okay, it's over, turn it off.
Yeah, those athletes are amazing and
fun to watch.
Extremely fun to watch. So you mentioned the handstands. That's kind of was a part of the beginning of the journey. If you look at her Instagram, honey_opal, and scroll towards the bottom a bit, she had some amazing videos of handstand stuff. Now, I would just like to learn a bit more about that. And how did you, so based on gymnastics, I guess, that was the start of it.
Yeah.
But how did handstands, become a part of your training, and how did that really help you in the beginning?
I guess once I started trying to get back into like being fit and just being active later in my life, I started with handstands more of like as a discipline thing. So I would literally train handstands every single day, even if it was just like one handstand. And that kind of taught me like the discipline of like, okay, you're doing it every single day. And then slowly it got better. And I honestly just did it as like a skill thing. I just wanted to keep getting better, learn different skills. And then I don't know, I feel like it's benefited me a lot in terms of like what I do now, like core strength, balance, stability. So it's definitely a lot more than just like a cool trick.
Even though that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very challenging, and I'm sure it's not easy.
Yeah.
If someone wanted to actually try that, like where would a starting point be for learning handstands?
For someone who's like never done handstands, so for me it's almost like natural to me because I've been doing it my whole life. So for someone who's like completely foreign to it, I'd say honestly just like go up against a wall and just like throw up, even if it's like shitty handstands. Am I allowed to say bad?
Yes.
Okay. Just throw up whatever kind of handstand you can, even if it's horrible. You have the wall there for support. So it's almost like a spotter for your handstand, and then you can slowly start kind of like relying less on the wall, moving a bit further away. That's how I learned or like relearned in the beginning, just kind of doing like whatever handstands I was capable of, and then slowly but surely I was like more comfortable without the wall there.
That's really awesome, and I think that's a skill that people should try and push themselves to do.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people
it's
get
definitely
in
an
these,
accomplishment.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Like the first time, I'm sure it was away from the wall. I'm sure that's really thrilling.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. And you've even done some stuff outside in some crazy views. These handstands. I was on your page and I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
When did you first try doing it like outside and like going to different I guess like scenic places?
Maybe like 2 years ago, just honestly for like I kind of wanted to get like good pictures of it.
Yeah.
There's like one picture of me, I think it's in Toronto, with the CN Tower in the background. I literally did a handstand and it like took me about, I swear, like 30 tries and everyone was watching me, so it was really stressful. But I'm doing it on like what's it called? One of those like pole things.
Oh my god.
But it's like very small,
Yeah.
and it took me so long to get it, but literally half a second I was like, picture done, good.
Yeah.
So it's more just like for the scenic background and just like a cool picture.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
yeah.
that's awesome, Vanessa. Now you're an extremely active person. You're training clients. You have your own clients that you're helping out. What are some ways that if people aren't really interested in doing weights, because I feel like that's sometimes intimidating for people, what are some other ways for people to stay active?
There's tons of ways. So I guess it depends on like the person, their abilities and their goals. So like if you're an active person but like just the weight room and the gym bores you, being outside, I used to do rock climbing, which is a super fun activity. There's tons of like climbing gyms that you can sign up for. I don't know, like depends on the season, like getting into swimming, skiing, snowboarding, stuff like that. Like pick a sport and then you might be bad at it at first, but that's like I like doing things where I'm like having to relearn a skill or like starting from bottom and like eventually getting better at it.
Yeah, the progression is something that it's rewarding,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives you an idea of where you can take your talent
Oh yeah.
and something that you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure your first handstand wasn't as good as
No,
your
it definitely
last,
wasn't
right?
nice.
Awesome. Now your brand here, Honey Opal, Fit by Ness, where do you kind of want to take that in the next few years? And do you have like a vision or a mission that you're trying to accomplish?
I guess just like the overall Instagram was kind of done for myself just to document like my fitness journey, because I was just starting to, and I was like, I kind of want to see where I can take this, as well as document it. And then Fit by Ness is something that I came up with over the last few months. So over the past few months when we were all quarantined, I wanted to be able to keep my clients in check and not have them come back to me like a total mess.
Yeah.
At least like keep them somewhat in shape as best as both of us could do over the break. And it's actually worked really, really well. So I guess my mission with Fit by Ness started off by just keeping people in check.
Right.
Even with like the worst of circumstances, like literally no gym. I can't see my clients aside from like video. So it's kind of like put all the excuses aside and like use what you have available to you. And then from there, like it's built up a lot more than I anticipated.
Right.
So that's why I'm kind of, I guess I'm going like 100% into it now.
Yeah.
It's something that like I want to reach as many people as possible with. And it seems to be going good. Everyone seems to be loving it right now. So
Amazing.
I'm hoping it keeps taking off the way it is.
And kind of, we're in Canada here. We're slowly getting over COVID. We're moving into some more safer environments that people are able to participate in. During COVID, what were you having your clients do? I noticed that on your page you were using some band work, and what other things were you doing to help your clients out during that time?
Yeah, because of all the restrictions, like at the beginning, all I could really do was like FaceTime or Zoom call my clients, and especially because so many things were sold out, like in terms of bands, weights, whatever, it was literally like, okay, what do you have at home that we can use, and I'll make a workout plan out of that. So some people literally had like a yoga mat,
Right.
and they're like, that's all I have. So we would get creative. make things work if like they had a band or nothing, and somehow it worked. So
Oh, that's amazing.
yeah,
And
it's really just like what's available to you.
I think the thing is, a lot of people think that they need all this fancy equipment
Yeah.
and, these gym memberships, which can be super helpful, but it's not the be all end all of what you're limited to.
Yeah, and I think I realized that as well. Luckily, we kind of built up a home gym in our garage, so that helped. But it made me realize, like, you really just need the bare minimum, and if you just stop making excuses, like, you're fine.
Yeah, no excuses, guys. Let's get to it.
Yep.
Now, Vanessa, you have a really strong presence on social these days, and I really think a lot of people are looking up to you as kind of like a role model for maybe motivation and that. What would you say to men or women really that are kind of on the edge about, fitness, and they're not maybe comfortable in their own bodies? Like how do you approach those people and kind of get them over that barrier?
Yeah, so if like someone's been, for example, let's say like someone's just been contemplating or complaining for the last year, they hate their body, they don't feel good, they're unhealthy, it's kind of just like, well, you've waited the whole year. I like to put in perspective, like, what if you waited another year? Like, that would really suck looking back at it now. So this is something like you should have done yesterday. You shouldn't be starting today or tomorrow. Like, it should have been done already. So I just like putting the aspect of like urgency on people, because if you are unhappy about something, at the end of the day, you just have to, it's up to you if you want to change it. No one's going to do it for you. I mean, I can do my best, but the client or the person in general who wants to get fit, if that's the goal, has to want it for themselves too.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? If they can say all these things, but if you didn't do it today, like, you should have started tomorrow. I really like that.
And there are barriers and excuses. Like, I'm not saying everyone's life is like easy and they can just start, but you just got to find like ways to work around it.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Now, Vanessa, so with your fitness career, I've noticed that you've been approached by a really big company in Muscletech, and I'm just curious how that became, and what are some of the experiences that they've been able to provide for you?
So I've been working with them for almost 4 years now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're an amazing company to work with. They reached out to me the 4 years ago, almost like when I was getting, I guess, started or more serious about the whole Instagram game. So it was like a big deal. I honestly, like, when they emailed me, I was like, oh my God, like another scam, like.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, hold on, wait, like, this is real. Like, it's actually like a legit company.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, they've been awesome to work with. I've done a whole bunch of we've done live workouts on their page, broadcasted to different countries, like workouts, photo shoots. And actually, I think it was 2 years ago, we went to Vegas as a team for the Olympia. So I got to work the booth there, which was literally like the most fun thing ever to work at a booth. And like, it was tiring, but like just screaming all day, handing out prizes, like, was such a fun weekend.
Mm-hmm. And for people that may not know, like, the Olympia event in Vegas is literally like
it's huge.
Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm sure you got to meet like a lot of, other interesting athletes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Felt like everybody was there, and it was nice to like be a part of it, because I've been to expos as what's it called? Just like to go.
Yeah, like a guest.
Yeah, as a guest.
Yeah.
But it's a totally different experience when you're working and you get to be like a part of it.
Yeah. Oh, well, keep up with that.
Yeah. I'm hoping that soon enough restrictions will be let go, and then we can hopefully get back to some of those fun things again.
Yeah, because that's the thing. When COVID happened, no one was ready for it.
No.
And we've all had to adapt in different ways. So we do need to get back to some of those things that gave us a bit of relief in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, even, I think people took a lot of things for granted.
Yeah, for sure.
Early on, whether it be even just going to the gym,
yeah,
or watching a baseball game, or, all these small activities that happen daily, but no one was really thinking of the bigger picture, which no one was ready for.
Yeah,
right?
you can't expect something like that. So at least it's taught us a lesson, and hopefully we learn from it.
Yeah. Excellent. So that pretty much wraps us up with this episode of XbyX with Vanessa, aka Honey Opal. We just want to give something back to the viewers. As we mentioned, Vanessa is a Muscletech athlete, and she has been willing enough to give something back to our viewers. So Vanessa, we're gonna give away a workout plan, and also we're gonna give away a pre-workout from Muscletech.
Yep.
So we're gonna make an Instagram post shortly, so be on the lookout for that. You're gonna want to be following both of our pages.
Yep.
Vanessa, where can the people find you again, just so they know?
So it's at honey_opal
on Instagram. So that's great. Be on the lookout for that post as well as the next episode of the XbyX podcast. I've been your host, Bradley, and until the next one, take care.